Say hello, knock at our door. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's what friends are for.
Hello. Today has been one of those days that if I gave myself the choice, I wouldn't have wanted to film anything, because it's just been a really shit day and a not great mental health day, and not something I would ever sort of talk about. But then I kind of thought, well, why not? Because this is about our lives, like, we're friends, we're meant to talk about everything, even if we have a bad time of it. So what the hell. God, I've got a huge blister. I went out on Saturday night and my feet are ruined. Okay, focus. I've had problems with anxiety and depression for a long time. I think a lot of my anxiety stems from what happened to me on my gap year in Ireland. Had a very bad experience there, and I've never quite been the same after that. I think it got to me enough to change me a little bit. I was very young, I was far away from, well, what felt far away from home to me. I still have, this sounds very overly dramatic, but I still have nightmares about it. It's affected me a lot, and it was 6 years ago now. 6 years ago, wow. But I feel like as I'm getting older, turned 24 this week, I'm just acknowledging it more. I'm getting a bit braver about telling people about it. But then something happened at work today. It was like a bit of a disorganised... Oh, what was that? Oh, bloody. Oh. City centre living. So at work this morning, something was sprung on me. I had to go to one of the care facilities that we dispense medication for, and I had to go out and meet with them. And that for me is a big thing, because I had to go on public transport, I had to go somewhere that I didn't know, I'd never been before, and I had no time to like prepare myself mentally for it. And it seems like the easiest thing in the world, but it can be really, really difficult for me, and I panic and I sweat, and I get like, my pulse rate increases, and that just creates this vicious cycle where I'm just feeling more and more ill, and it's hard. And I need to kind of get myself to the point where I'm brave enough to say to, you know, whoever is sending me to that kind of thing, that no, I'm sorry, I don't think I can actually do that anymore. And I've mentioned it once or twice, but I don't think I've been emphatic enough about it. I don't think I've explained it thoroughly enough and said, look, this is near on impossible for me now. But then there's the question of, you know, do I say to them I can't do that? Because, you know, surely it's better to just push yourself to do these things. It's almost like a trauma of actually getting my head to the space where I can just walk into somewhere and be normal and be professional and represent my job and my department without letting all this other stuff get in the way. And it affects a lot of what I do. Like a lot of areas of my life are affected by it, because it's hard to go into a job where you're there full time, where you're in an office with people that you know very well, get on very well with, and have to say to one of them that, oh, I can't go to this place and meet these people because I'm actually terrified to do it. Because I feel like they'd just be like, well, you're fine with me, like, you're perfectly confident. But it's hard to explain. It's a different, it's just circumstance and like surroundings, and how well I know the people, and if I know whether I'm going, and how prepared I am. I think we're getting to a good point now in society where people are talking about their mental health issues as bravely as they would talk about physical health. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there, and doesn't mean it doesn't need acknowledging. And I feel like if you don't acknowledge it at all, nothing's ever gonna improve for you. Today was one of those days. Next week should be more positive. Liam is actually doing something quite exciting next week, so we are going down to London for a couple of days. Next week we'll be back to the regularly scheduled programming. And Laura, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.